All right. Timeline frequency. I love this graph. Jala put it together. I think it's great visual. And really thinking about the right frequency is part of managing how big of a project even this could be. So is it weekly? So it might be. This is too frequent. But if I am asking Jala's my SIU manager and I'm her director, and I say, Jala is ultimately like holds part of the responsibility of getting this done. And we have a weekly one-on-one. It may not be too frequently for me to just keep it top of mind to be like, hey, how's the work plan going? It may be delegated out to like 6 other people from there, depending on what the different sections are. Is weekly too soon to bring it up to like greater committees? Yeah, I think so. Probably weekly is just a little too frequently, maybe even monthly. So, same thing, thinking about your audience and who it is that you are following up with from a timeline standpoint or from an execution standpoint. So, follow up and execution are different, completion and execution might be different. Quarterly, we find for the most part, that quarterly is the best way to chunk it out. If you have 3 things to do, maybe quarterly doesn't work because it doesn't fit as nicely into your quarters. Maybe you decide to do 4, so you have 1 item for each quarter. Maybe you have 12 and you have 3 items for each quarter. Completely depends on the resources that you are working with. And if there are shared resources with other parts of the organization, like there's a lot of in between that can happen here. If you're thinking, oh my God, 12 things, Jess, that's crazy. But how specific are your 12? Is it, I'm going to look at braces, CPT codes from here to here under DME, and I'm going to look at those? That's not a huge thing to undertake. Am I looking broadly at how we pay facility claims from a per diem standpoint for hospice and home health? You know what I mean? Like there's different sizes and scopes of projects. And so being able to say specifically 1 should be this long and 2 should be this long is really hard to say unless we're looking at those individual items.
I
Yeah.
would add, when you think of timelines, think of it from the perspective of due dates on like actual initiatives, to Jess's point, check-ins. So if you've
Mhm.
got somebody that you're collaborating with, and then follow-ups. If you've assigned something and you kind of are waiting on somebody to give you something back so that you can accomplish something. So think of it that way. Due dates, check-ins, follow-ups.